my demonstration for modules 4 and 5 for my web app and also my cloud database. So I kind of implemented both of these by the time I got done with my second one. My first one was web app, so I'll go over that one first, and then the second one is cloud database, right? So here's the README. I'm not quite done with it yet, but it's pretty interesting. So what I have to do is I have to kind of do my own, like, remember, just set my credentials first, and then I don't have to put it in anywhere, in any information or anything. And here's the app open, right? So what I have to do basically to get this open, I'll do that. I stop the server. Python manage.py run server, like you do with the Django program. That is the framework I use for this, for my web application. And on my computer, it runs pretty smoothly, right? Yeah, there we go. So starting development server right there. So I just opened this up. You can see it was open already. You can see the program. Obviously, there are a lot of things that I still need to have done with this, but I've come pretty far, and I guess I can call it good. It's kind of hard. I'll zoom out, right? Demonstration of the game, right there, right? Spacebar does the bullets, left and right arrows. They rotate left and right, and then I can accelerate using the right arrow, like the forward arrow, right? And as you can see, score is implemented. It's very basic. I think it's 10 points for a big rock, 50 points for a medium rock, and 100 points for a small rock, right? By the time it gets done, it gets pretty big. And if I press the R button, it restarts the game, as well as if I run out of lives up here, it restarts the game, right? Pretty simple. And demonstrating I'll go through the code. The link to the GitHub repository is in the description, and all of the code for the database involves this high scores thing. I kind of want it on the right side on the whatchamacallit, on the desktop version, and on the mobile version I would have to keep this original layout, but I would have to kind of implement some buttons here. So there's a lot of work to be done. My to-do list is pretty big, but as you can see, the high scores is pretty simple. It just draws from the database and it adds into the database whenever you get a high score. Right now that's not implemented, but the function exists and stuff. Right now all I need to do is just add some input buttons and stuff, but I kind of ran out of time on this, so I'm going to call it as is, right? But as you can see, that's the program. I'm going to kind of call the video good for now. I will go through like one or two files just to show, actually I'll just go through the file hierarchy just to kind of show how you can navigate the GitHub repository and stuff. So obviously the program, everything that involves the JavaScript and the CSS is in this static folder. Everything that's HTML is in this templates folder, right? The template, obviously it's different syntax, but it's basic HTML with a little bit of like just Django template syntax right there, right? You can insert any information that I put with the views, and I'll show that one in a second. That once I do that, I will end the video. But run the scripts, kind of have to go from the static location of it. It's very interesting, but it's just Django's way of handling files and handling incoming information, back end, front end. Here's very interesting. For all the high scores that we get from the back end, we display kind of a bold one, and then we display a high score and then just a regular score, right? Other than that, it's pretty simple. Game div, obviously, here's the score, and here's the canvas. On the canvas, there is the score that is displayed. I'm pretty sure I can just set this to hidden, actually, now that I have the code in front of me again. So visibility hidden, right? Just so that if I do that, it should just go away. Like this div will be there. It is very necessary, obviously, for saving high scores and stuff. All we need to do is just input a name, and then it'll take from the score and save that to the server, not the server, to the cloud. And that's pretty much it for main. There's also can demonstrate, we can go to a main menu screen. Um, you know, there is a main menu screen, and it should be like a lot better soon, but it's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just close this. Yeah, there we go. And one more thing, I guess we should go to views.py, right? So yeah, here is views inside the it's inside the app folder, right? So the specific app, not the site-wide stuff, but the app-wide stuff. In views.py, this is where kind of, yeah, great. So the views are here, right? The main game is in this place called index, right? It draws from index.html, and it renders it, and the URLs are set up for this to just be the basic, like whenever you type in the site name, it's just that, right? And then here's the main menu view. And as you can see, there isn't just the render. There are some variables that pull from the cloud, right? DB equals initialize Firestore. If it wasn't initialized already, it will create a database connection and then return that connection, right? And everything else over here is just pretty, like, has to do with high scores, has to do with get scores. All the logic is handled in, something that can handle a little better using Python, and then it's just sent as is to the main screen. I'm going to call it good for now, but feel free to check out my GitHub to see more code, just kind of explore a little bit. And if you have any questions, leave a comment in the description or contact me personally. Alrighty, thank you guys.